Hey Austin, congrats on yesterday. Um, as a blocking group, how big was that performance for you guys to not only play well, but to get a win under your belt as a unit?
I think it was, we had done some really good things those first couple games, but to finally kind of put it all together on, both sides of the run and pass and be able to move the ball efficiently. It's just a good feeling when you're able to kind of do what you want, when you control the line of scrimmage. You can run the ball, and that opens up the pass game. And so definitely felt great and doing it, especially on the road. Didn't do that at all last year ever. So uh, good to go get a road win and really kind of just get us started here.
I know Chandler had a lot of rough luck last year, but him coming in to replace Damian, how did you think you did?
He's solid. It's a credit to him of just his staying ready and just understanding that at a moment notice that your name can get called. And so did great with all the communication that was going on in there and just being ready and always asking questions on the sideline as well, just what we're seeing out there and what to expect. And did a fantastic job of coming in and just still running the ball efficiently and being able to end the game running the ball.
Thanks.
All right, let's go to Darren Gant, followed by Alex Zetlow.
Austin, when did you guys realize that for a young coach, Dave Canales was kind of old school in terms of wanting to run the ball and be physical?
I think his first team meeting. I think that's what he said. He's goes, you guys are going to find out how stubborn I am about running the ball. That's what I want to do. That's who I want to be, and that's what he's preached since his first team meeting back in April. And so that's what he's always said. And we've done it efficiently. Obviously, New Orleans got away from us. Still ran it well last week, and being able to do it again this week. And just continually to to hand it off, let Chuba and Miles do their thing, and just a fun offensive lineman dream type of game.
How much more exciting is it to be able to do that when you've got guys like Rob and Damian on either side of you?
It's nice. No one's ever going to complain about that when you got guys of their size and athleticism and strength, and then either direction we go, we know we're going to be able to create a new line of scrimmage or be able to create some holes to allow these backs to make these cuts and get them running. And it's not always going to be the pretty 80-yard home run touchdown, but it's going to be these 4, 5, 6 yard hits that we just keep pushing the pile, falling forward every single time. And eventually, they're going to get out of a gap. And that's when you get a big 10 to 15 yarder explosive. And it's just that ugly, those the common boxing analogy of just the body shots that you're going to take. And you finally get those late in the third quarter, into the fourth quarter when you get those big ones to pop.
Hey, Austin. Alex Ellett with the Charlotte Observer. Um, just generally speaking, I know this is 1 week of 17, but is there something to be said about this win meaning more than just one win?
Yeah, I think, just as far as what it was with everything we've had in the last, full calendar year and everything of just, it's been tough. It's been hard. Moods have been somber in the locker room, and there's been so much change and everything. And so to get a dominant win and to do so on our terms on the road, to be able to go out there and just, and I mean, Vegas had a hostile environment. That was their home opener. Crowd was rocking. And so to be able to control that, control the noise, and ultimately cancel all the noise out and get back to being on a verbal cadence. And that's what we work for. That's what we want to strain for. And so just getting that confidence rolling. Now it's just the challenge of, okay, enjoy it today, but also you got to put it on the back burner just like a loss, and we got to get ready for the Bengals now.
Mm. Dave said that it was a heavy week. Um, I'm in addition for all the reasons that are obvious, switch at quarterback and so on. Did y'all feel any pressure going into this one? Was there an added sense of, okay, we got to lock in?
Now, I wouldn't say added just because of the week of what it was with the switch, but I think everybody kind of just understood that those first 2 weeks were not up to our standard. . We had to play better, and so just I know from a unit wise offensive line, like, we got to get ready for the Bengals now. our goal is just to put the team on our back, and we want to continue to do that. And so, we understand that, we have a switch there behind us. And so we just had to let Andy be comfortable and just do our part in the run game to help out the pass game. And so that's the challenge that we have every single week. And that's going to be the challenge as we continue to run the ball successfully. Teams are going to try different things. They're going to, stop it there. And so the challenge is for us is how do we continue to do it? What do we need to switch up? How do we continue to improve every single week to where we can still allow the run game to open up the pass game and keep giving the quarterback clean pockets.
All right. Thanks, Austin.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to David Newton, followed by Darren Gant.
Hey, Austin, congrats on the win. I wanted to ask you, Andy yesterday said that, nobody had more fun than him, but he wanted to make sure everybody else was having fun. Some examples of what you saw out there regarding that?
Yeah, I think Andy, just being the veteran guy that he is, just the amount of snaps that he's played over his career, he's had so many highs and so many lows, and just of being successful there in Cincinnati and then jumping around a handful of teams. And for him just to get his opportunity again, he was just ready for the moment. He's been such a great leader of just always being prepared, helping Bryce out, doing everything he can for the locker room these last couple of years of just being the guy that's always got a positive attitude, always got a smile, it's always ready for his moment. And so when he's out there, he's just able to go cut it loose. And that's the ultimate way to play in this league, because there's so much stress, obviously, so much pressure that's added onto us. But when you're out there just cutting it loose, having fun, that's when you're playing at your best ability. And it's just so much more enjoyable than just letting all that stress and pressure just build on top of you and just playing carefree. Because at the end of the day, this is a kid's game. Kids play it. Let's just go have fun.
Was that part of the issue, though, that you'd had before? Bryce has had so many struggles with the offense that he didn't seem like he was having a lot of fun. And did y'all just need the fun guy to come in there and take over? Or
No, there's so many other factors than just being fun. So ultimately, like, offensive line wise, like, that's where our focus was, is just being able to allow guys to have fun, is running the ball and protecting. And from there, we got the skill guys to go do it. We got the running backs, receivers. Bryce, he can make it happen. We don't never want to downplay that. Like, Bryce can get the job done. He's going to watch Andy. He's going to learn from him. It's going to be great for him. And Bryce is going to have just as much fun whenever his time comes, and we're all going to be all right.
And when I asked you specifically about Bryce, I saw him pregame. He was still giving you guys your normal, hug when you got out there and all that. Just what did you observe throughout the game about the way he handled things?
This entire week, he's handled this incredibly. It's not a fun situation. It's not anything, when you're dreaming of going to the NFL, this is not the moment that you expect. But he's been amazing this entire week of still being locked in the protection meetings and all the other meetings, and on practice, still leading the scout team there, and on the sideline, still coming over, talking to us, just as he was, just seeing stuff on the surface there of all the pictures and coverages and run scheme stuff, still acting it and treating it as normal. And so that's a credit to Bryce and just who he is as a person, understanding this game and what he wants to be as a competitor, just to continue to grow and just be the best that he can be.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Austin, Dave mentioned the screenplay where Rob's throwing the guy at the end of the play yesterday. Have there been other examples, either yesterday or at any point recently, where you thought, okay, that's kind of what the personality of this group can be?
Yeah, I think there was another play. We were in a zone scheme to the left, and Icky had another one of those that someone needs to go find that clip of. That guy was running off the ball, and Icky sent a guy up into the air. And then it's just all the nastiness of the runs of, okay, here's a running back, just inside the pile, and we're just all coming around the pile, just surging forward and making sure that we're pushing to get just an extra 2, 3, 4 yards, just pushing the pile. And think of Brady coming in some heavy package stuff of just getting a big offensive lineman, 6 lineman in there yesterday, and Brady continuing to come in there and just push piles. And that's just what we want, of just every single run. It's going to be nasty. It's going to be dirty. But we want it that way. We want to be the more physical team. And in the pass game stuff, guys covering downfield and just being around piles, being around there to pick each other up and just be the forefront of this team.
All right, we got time for a few more. Let's go to Cassidy Hill and finish up with Jeff Hawkins.
Hey, Austin, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yep, all good.
Okay, sorry. Just wanted to ask this interior offensive line specifically. I think y'all have given up one of the most collectively low numbers in the NFL of pressure so far through the first 3 weeks. What is it about this trio that y'all have been able to gel so quickly?
I think it's just kind of the experience and just all of our backgrounds are so uniquely different, and so we have so much experience to be able to put together. And as often as we talk of, what do you want for me as a center? Both of them, with me playing left and right guard, I kind of understand what a guard wants, and so I do everything I can to make sure that they're get to fitting in the feeling, whether it's in the combos, in run combos, or in the pass with passing off different pressures and twists. And so just trying to be on the same page every single play and understanding how each other moves and what we need from each other to make it all happen. And I think it's just the constant communication that we have, and allowing our unique backgrounds just to be what they are, and just let them grow together. And we just know that it's our job to be able to set the pocket and let these quarterbacks deal.
Good afternoon, Jeff Hawkins from the Charlotte Post. Two parts, and then we'll let you go. Following up on the interior line gelling, 3 games in, how is the switch going for you? And the second part is the O-line negated Crosby pretty well. Can you describe the job Moton did on Crosby?
Yeah, so starting with the switch, I think it's been pretty smooth so far. Yesterday was my first, the first couple games were some 4 down stuff, so I was uncovered. Yesterday was a lot more 5 down, and so I had a true nose guard right over the top of me, and so first time having that, that's different. Obviously, you got a guy just face to face, and so figuring that thing out and really just continuing to work there. But pretty smooth so far. I've been happy with it. Still just nitpicky, trying to get out of some guard mindset stuff and just different angles and timing of things that'll come when you're, the more experience that I get at it. We're 3 games into it, and so it'll continue to grow. And then going in with Crosby there on the edge, Taylor is just what he does. What Taylor does, he's just so consistent. Obviously, just had his 100 straight start. That's just who he is. He's gonna be Taylor. He's gonna lock it down. Doesn't matter who's out there. We had a good protection plan for Crosby, but Taylor, he locks it down. And so when they get into some of those exotic looks where you can't necessarily slide to max, then Taylor just had to go get it done, and that's what he did, and that's what he's done for his 8 years here. And so it's fun to watch. It was fun to play next to him there for a bunch of games, and now I know Rob's enjoying it as well. And that's just what Taylor does. He's going to lock it down. He's going to continue to do so. And it's always fun to turn the film on and just see him go to work.